Ever wondered how millions of dollars worth of shrimp are caught and processed at massive amount? Or how they stay so fresh and flavorful? Let's uncover the wild tech that brings ocean-fresh shrimp straight to your plate. Every catch starts with precision positioning. The crew uses sonar radar and GPS to find the exact spot where shrimp are most abundant. Once the coordinates are locked in, the crew releases the net. As the net hits the water, it starts to take shape. Huge, flexible, and built for the deep. Bright yellow floats, called kites, lift the top edge, while heavy chains drag the bottom along the seabed. Together, they hold the net wide open, creating a giant underwater tunnel, ready to sweep shrimp straight off the ocean floor. With everything in place, the trawler starts towing the gear at about 3 knots. The net moves along the seabed. After hours of dragging, the net comes up heavy. The crew guides the massive gear with practiced efficiency until it lands. The last part of the net, called the code end, swings above the deck, dripping seawater as it sways with the motion of the sea. Every movement is calculated. One misstep and thousands of kilos could be lost. The deck vibrates under its weight as the crew works with precision, careful not to injure themselves or damage the catch. A single haul like this can contain over 10 million individual shrimp, all packed tightly into the code end. Once the entire net is hauled on board, the code end is dragged across the deck to the release hatch where the crew prepares to unload. 2 crew members step into position, bracing against the wet, slippery deck. With practiced hands, they reach for the final head rope of the code end, the last knot holding the entire haul in place. With a quick pull, they untie it and trigger the release. In a split second, thousands of kilos of cold water shrimp pour out in a roaring cascade of glistening red. The force is overwhelming, like a waterfall of life, fresh from the sea. One haul like this can hold millions of shrimp. To preserve the delicate flavor and texture of this massive haul, the shrimp must be cleaned, processed, and frozen within hours. First, they pass through a rotating drum rinsed with chilled seawater to remove sand mud and any small debris collected during the trawl. Next, they enter a mechanical sorter where angled rollers spin to separate them by size. Smaller shrimp fall through the gaps, while any larger bycatch is carried away and discarded back into the sea. Even with all this advanced equipment, nothing beats the human eye. Crew members scan each batch, removing any leftover bycatch or imperfect shrimp by hand, ensuring only the highest quality moves forward. After inspection, the shrimp ride a conveyor and are lightly chilled with cold seawater. This rapid cooling slows down degradation and gets them ready for freezing locking, in that fresh from the ocean quality. From there, the shrimp are gradually transported to the freezing station, where they step down into the freezer area. Their crew members spread the shrimp evenly across steel molds and press them down, firmly ensuring there are no gaps left inside. Each mold is then loaded into a powerful vertical freezer. Inside, hydraulic plates press from both sides as a super cold refrigerant, circulating at minus 40 degrees. Celsius rapidly freezes the shrimp into solid blocks. This flash freezing process is critical. It forms micro-sized ice crystals that prevent damage to the shrimp's delicate cell structure. As a result, their natural taste firm texture and nutritional value are perfectly preserved, far better than traditional slow freezing. Once frozen solid, the shrimp blocks are ejected from the freezer. Each one is placed into a heavy-duty paper sack for protection. An automated machine then seals the open end of each sack using a heated press, locking in freshness and preventing contamination. The sealed sacks are sent down a conveyor into the ship's deep freezer hold, kept at a constant minus 28 degrees Celsius. Inside, workers stack the blocks with precision, maximizing space and ensuring consistent freezing across the entire hold. After weeks at sea, the trawler finally returns to port. The crew's job is done, but the shrimp still need to be cooked, peeled, and processed. They're transported to a land-based factory, where the real transformation begins. Once unloaded, the shrimp hit the conveyor line and step straight into hot water, heated to around 95 degrees Celsius for a precise pre-cook. After just a few minutes, they're lifted by an automated belt and sent into high-speed peeling machines. Inside the factory, rows of peeling machines come to life, removing shrimp shells with incredible speed and precision. Hundreds of specialized rollers gently grip and pull the shells away from the meat, while jets of water wash the waste away. This system can peel up to 1,000 kilograms of shrimp every hour. But it doesn't stop there. The peeled shrimp pass through an optical sorter, where ultraviolet light makes leftover shell fragments glow. High-speed cameras detect them instantly, triggering air jets that blow the fragments off the line. Then comes final inspection. A conveyor carries the shrimp past trained quality control staff, who scan each batch and remove any flaws by hand. Meanwhile, the discarded shells are collected, dried at high temperatures, and turned into valuable byproducts used in aquaculture and pet food. From here, the shrimp move into a flow freezer. Powerful blasts of air freeze each one individually, preventing clumping and locking in texture and flavor. Next, they pass over a vibrating grater that sorts them into uniform sizes. Before packaging, lab technicians sample every batch, checking for size, color, taste, and texture. Once approved, the shrimp are packed and sealed, ready to be portioned into consumer-sized packets for markets around the world. At the secondary factory, workers carefully place bulk shrimp onto a conveyor belt, which transfers them to an automated weighing and filling system. Here, the shrimp are repackaged into smaller retail portions, ready for consumers around the world. Not everyone needs, or can afford, a large bulk pack, so these smaller trays make it easier for families, restaurants, and retailers to get just what they need. The machine precisely fills shrimp into thermoform trays, offering convenient, portion-controlled packaging that suits every kind of market. Once filled, an automated system applies a top film and vacuum seals each tray, removing all air to extend shelf life and lock in freshness. Next, workers pack the sealed trays into cartons. The packages are then labeled with branding, nutritional information, and expiration dates before moving on to the final stage of distribution. In a separate line, another machine takes care of poly packaging, a format designed for speed, simplicity, and mass distribution. It automatically weighs, fills, and seals small polythene packets with shrimp, each precisely portioned for individual retail sale. These compact packs are ideal for supermarkets, fast food chains, and everyday consumers looking for affordable, ready-to-use seafood. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories from behind the scenes of your favorite food.